Hello, thanks for watching. My name's Adam and I'm the writer and illustrator of the Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine. I'm a journalist and walking tour guide. I work for London Walks, and on Fridays in the afternoon and Wednesdays in the evening I lead the Rock and Roll London walking tour. The Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine is part comic book, part review and part self-guided walking tour to accompany the Rock and Roll London walk. The style here that I'm aiming for is not detailed caricature, the like of Martin Rosen or Steve Bell. I'm going for a minimal, more cartoon than caricature style. The starting point was the sleeve for Blur's greatest hits from around the year 2000. Julian Opie is the designer at work there, and it's very plain, very intriguing and minimal style. That's the starting point. The eyes, for example, in Julian Opie's work, the eyes are simply dots like that. I've borrowed here, this is Syd Barrett, the founder of Pink Floyd, and I've borrowed from Steve Bell the Thatcher's mad eye, Margaret Thatcher's one crazy eye, from his caricatures of that Prime Minister. A technique he later transferred onto his drawings of Tony Blair, one single mad eye. Here I've given Syd Barrett, rather than a mad eye, a psychedelic eye to suggest his fondness for hallucinogenic drugs. So the one spirally eye there, borrowed from Steve Bell. The obligatory Hendrix perm is next, to quote from Roger Waters in The Wall. Shaggy, 60s, late 60s perm there. And in this incarnation, Syd is wearing his King's Road finery, his ascot scarf, like Freddy out of Scooby-Doo. My crowdfunding campaign aims to establish the brand by printing issues 2 and 3. Issue 1 is printed already and available for sale and selling steadily. If you can help me reach my target of £240, there are a number of rewards up for grabs. For £2, you can become a loyal roadie. For your £2, you will get a thank you on my website and also in the print and digital copies of the next issue of the Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine. For £5, you can be a guest percussionist on my mariachi-themed concept album, as before, plus £2 off a Rock and Roll London walking tour with me. For £10, you can join my posh but slightly criminal management team. You'll get, as before, plus a free digital download of the Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine. £20 and you can be the lead guitarist. As before, plus a free printed copy of the Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine. And for a whopping £50, you can become a cult figure, dead by the age of 27, but whose legend lives on for decades to come. 2 of those rewards are available as before, plus an invitation to choose the subject matter for an entire issue of the Rock and Roll London comic book fanzine. Any musical subject, as long as it has a connection with London. Anything from Bob Marley to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. You choose, I'll write and draw. For the £50, you also get a free private Rock and Roll London walking tour for up to 20 people. I do hope you can help me. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for reading, and we'll see you out there soon on the Rock and Roll London Walk.